Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Heat Nation, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. Yo, I know y'all just saw that win. Heat Nation, I know y'all just saw that win. The Miami Heat took down the Chicago Bulls tonight and advanced to 41-21 on the season. That is the first time Miami's been 20 games over 500 in quite some time. When was the last time that's been? What was it, 2014? The last time we've been 20 games over 500? Boy, man, Miami's playing some great basketball this year. They are playing some great basketball. And they haven't even been completely healthy for much of this season. Several guys have been in and out, missing due to injury. Jimmy's missed time. Bam's missed time. Tyler Hero's missed time. Kyle Lowry missed time. In fact, he didn't even play in this game. Though it wasn't due to injury, it was personal reasons. Best of luck to whatever's going on with him. Best of luck with that. But yeah, we've missed guys left and right. Morris has been out. He's been out for quite some time. And, Victor Oladipo, we're still waiting for him to come out. So, yeah, we've been dealing with injuries. But despite that, Miami's continued to play well. And that's because this team plays so efficient offensively and defensively. They are an elite offensive team and an elite defensive team. What they really do defensively really needs to be talked about. And they presented that tonight. They truly presented that tonight. And it's such a shame we don't talk about Miami enough. They're the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, the only team that's over 40 wins right now. I mean, if you look at it, we're really competing right now. If we win the Western Conference, we'll be around the 4 seed competing with the Grizzlies in terms of getting that 3rd seed. Like, we really do deserve our respect. With the way Miami plays offensively and defensively and how deep this team is, I truly believe Miami can compete with any team in the NBA. That includes the Suns and that includes the Warriors. I truly believe Miami can do that. And we don't really get the respect we deserve. In terms of the 5 teams that are considered title contenders this year in the Eastern Conference, that would be the Heat, the Bulls, the Bucks, the Sixers, and the Nets. A lot of fans out there are putting us at the bottom and saying Chicago should be over us, the Bucks should be over us. I get the Bucks, they're the defending champions. The Sixers all of a sudden jumped us because they got James Harden. Like, we don't get the respect we deserve. And I get it. I truly get it. We don't have the star power in our duo the way these other duos are, especially in the Eastern Conference. Because when you look at our duo, we have Jimmy and Bam. You compare that to the Sixers, who have James Harden, who's one of the best players in this game, especially when he's playing his game, when he's playing like James Harden, he's one of the best in the league. Then you got Joel Embiid, who's arguably the best big man in basketball. Then you look at the Nets, they got Kevin Durant, who's arguably the best player on the planet when he's healthy, and then Kyrie Irving, one of the most elite point guards of this game. I get it. When you compare our duo to that, our duo doesn't stick out, and I understand that. But I mean, damn, do you not look at the team? Do you not see how they play well offensively and defensively? Do you not see how they match up against all these other opponents? They're one of the best teams in the league, and we don't get talked about enough. The media will spend all week talking about the Lakers and how much they suck and how much Russell Westbrook's costing them games and how much LeBron is getting tired. He's putting these 30-point games, and it's coming up to nothing. They'll spend all that time talking about them, but they won't talk about Miami and how well they've been able to play. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But, I do get it because the media don't really care about teams like Miami. They care about us enough to talk about how much we don't get talked about, but they don't really pay attention to how we play basketball. And I'm still surprised to see that people aren't really talking about Erik Spoelstra the way he should be talked about. The dude's one of the best coaches in the game, easily a top 3 coach. Personally, I feel Erik Spoelstra is easily one of the top 3 coaches in the game right now. Like, that's not a debate for me. So Miami definitely deserves respect because of what they're able to do offensively and defensively. And then specifically defensively. What they're able to do defensively, the pressure they put on their opponents, both perimeter defense, transition defense, what they're able to do, this deserves to be talked about. And it's legit. Their defense is legit. Look at tonight. Demar Derozan had a stretch of 10 games where he straight up, these last 10 games, over 30-plus points. During these last 10-game stretch, 37 points per game on nearly 60% from the field. That's what DeMar DeRozan was doing. He plays the Heat tonight, 18 points, 7 of 16 from the field. I mean, come on, can we get our credit? First quarter, it was competitive, a bit back and forth with us. We started to try and take a bit of a lead, but it was back and forth for the most part. Second quarter, we start to take off, get a huge lead, and then Chicago starts fighting back. They pull it close. We go into halftime. Then in the third quarter, we take over and we shut them down. Our defense showed out in the third quarter. We didn't have our best offensive game tonight. Jimmy Butler, 4-13 from the field tonight. But he was balling out all day on defense. In the first quarter, he had 4 steals. Bam didn't have the explosive game he had like last game where he had 36 points. But he played well defensively. He was getting blocks left and right. What we were doing defensively really showed. And I believe we can play that level of defense against anybody. The way we play defense deserves to be talked about. The way we play offense, I'm not saying it's the best in the game. Obviously, it's not. But it deserves to be talked about. And I see people now starting to try to give Miami their credit. But this should have been done quite a while ago. Because if you've been paying attention to how they've played, they've been like this. They're one of the deepest teams in basketball, man. Come on. But we still don't get our respect because, again, like I say, when it comes to the NBA, it's about players. It's not about teams. And when you look at our 2 best players in Jimmy and Bam, and you compare that to all the other duos in the Eastern Conference, hell, some people will say Giannis and Middleton. They'll take that duo over Jimmy and Bam. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. It's about the players, not about the team. Nobody cares what Strus was doing. By the way, Strus went off in the fourth quarter. He had like 11 points in the fourth quarter. Vincent also played well tonight. So, like, you look at Vincent, you look at Strus, what he was doing. Martin had a fantastic dunk, man. I ain't gonna lie, he had a fantastic dunk. But yeah, you look at what they do offensively, they deserve to get credit, man. But they don't talk about us. And, of course, Tyler Hero was Tyler Hero. He got 20 points. But, like, we don't get talked about the way we properly deserve. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Because this week, we do have an opportunity to truly send a message. We took on the 2-seeded Chicago Bulls tonight and beat them. And yes, Bulls fans, I know you don't have Alex Caruso. You don't have Lonzo Ball. They're going to be out for some time. They've been out for some time. We get it. I understand. And hopefully they come back for you guys just before the playoffs and you guys are able to get them back to where they were before. I get it. We're dealing with injuries ourselves. We're still waiting for Victor Oladipo. By the way, it's about to be March. And I got the report. At some point this month, the Heat are expecting to see Victor Oladipo on the court. And I'm praying he's on the court. For the love of God, I need him. I need him to be on the court. Because I need to get Duncan Robinson on the bench. I swear to God, man, I need to get Duncan Robinson on the bench. If there's anything I can talk about when it comes to the Heat, it's Duncan Robinson. I love Duncan Robinson. When his 3 is hitting, it's a wrap. If he's hitting 3s, bro, game over. We're blowing them out. It's a wrap. But when he's not hitting his 3s, when it just happens to be a night where those shots are not going down, he brings nothing else to the table. He's a complete defensive liability, and they consistently target him because they know that. If he's not hitting his 3s, there's nothing he can provide to you on the court. Victor Oladipo will help out with that, so I need Oladipo back. I need him back as soon as possible. I don't know about Morris. I don't know when he's going to come back, but, we'll see. Hopefully he does get back before the playoffs, but we'll see. But yeah, man, Miami has an opportunity this week. We just took down the Bulls. On Wednesday, we take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Thursday, the Brooklyn Nets. Saturday, we've got the Philadelphia 76ers. So Miami has a chance to completely send the message. And if they can find a way to go 4-0 this week against all those top teams that are all contenders, bro, Miami can truly separate themselves. Right now, we're the only 40-plus win team in the Eastern Conference. That should say something. We're not the most healthiest team, and yes, we're not the most injured team as well. But we've suffered through our string of injuries. We've had guys go in and out of the lineup. It happens. So, I think Miami just deserves their proper respect, and tonight was an example of it. We'll see what they do against Milwaukee I feel like more so because I know KD's still out, so we don't even know how that Brooklyn situation. KD's still out, and I doubt Ben Simmons is going to make his debut on Thursday. So I would look more towards the Bucks and the Sixers game. The Bucks because Giannis is still going to be there with Middleton and Drew Holiday. That one should be a great game, and especially that Saturday game against the Sixers with their new look dynamic duo of Embiid and Harden. That will be a great test because the people have already put the Sixers above us. So yeah, those 2 games are the 2 games I'm going to be looking out for Miami to try and send a message. If we get blown out in those games, that ain't going to be a good look, but we'll see. The Nets game might actually low-key. I don't know how that's going to be, but, the Nets game, hopefully we can win that, but that's going to be a back-to-back. You got to take on the Bucks, and then you have to deal with the Nets. Come on, man. But, that Wednesday game against the Bucks and the Saturday game was the 2 games I really want to look at in terms of assessing us because we're getting down to the wire. Playoffs are near. We have to start getting it going. We're pretty much heading into March. Today's the last day of February. We're heading into March. We got to get it going. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, great win for the Heat tonight. I just feel like we deserve more respect, and the media doesn't give it to us. They'll focus on the Lakers being trash because LeBron's there and Russell Westbrook's there, and and Anthony Davis is there. I know, I get it, but like Miami deserves more respect. So just put respect on Miami. Wow, I'm just messing that up. Just put some respect on Miami's name. That's all I gotta say. With that being said, my voice is just done. That's all I gotta say, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.